7:01. And we'll go to the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, introductions. Do you want us to introduce ourselves? Do you know everything? I'm Tammy.
Matt, Iosco trustee.
Dale Howard, vice chair.
Sherry Van Wyk, secretary.
Kelly Dunn, member.
Mary Wood, recording secretary.
Did you have to check
Who are you?
I'm nobody, I really am.
And,
I'm nobody.
okay, so the next item is if anyone wants to move to approve the agenda for tonight, or if they have any modifications.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second it.
All right, so, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Motion carries. So that was Alan first and Sherry Van Wyk second.
Yep.
All right, the next one would be the approval of our minutes from July 8th. I remember that then. They're there for you.
I move to approve the minutes from July 8th.
Here first, do I hear a second?
Second.
So Sherry first, Ford second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, communications. Anybody have any communications? And then that brings us, well, it's going to be a quick meeting. Our first call to the public. Any comments? Go ahead.
I got a couple things. I apologize, I haven't been at the last couple of meetings, life. But I have a question about spot zoning and why we're considering spot zoning. I do see in the minutes there's something about a judgment. But my question is, why are we considering spot zoning of a particular property? How is it that that's not problematic for the township to have spot zoning? And if it's to fix a past problem, are we creating future problems to fix a past problem? That's my first question. The second is that everywhere I go and everything I'm reading about spot zoning, I'm coming across the same phrases and the same statement. The master plan should have been prepared with extensive public engagement. And I'm concerned that there's not been a lot of public engagement on the review of the master plan. And I want to know if that's going to be a part of your process at all.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. I think we'll get to some of your things when we review our unfinished business.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they'd like to say? First call to public. All right, so now that is going to bring us to, we're going to have a public hearing on our signs ordinance. So I think what time is it here?
7:05.
7:05, we're going to start the public hearing for the signs. And I have an agenda for that. And for you guys, I have a copy from April 30th. And then Ann, if we have any questions, just we'll just see how we can.
Yep.
So I'm going to call to order at 7:05.
Excuse me, Jenny, before you go, do you want a time on the meeting to close it out before we get to the public meeting that started?
So, well, yeah, I got 7:04 and we're starting this at 7:05. I need to hear if anyone wants to motion to approve the
A
agenda.
motion to approve the agenda.
Public hearing. Miller first, and was that?
Second.
Sherry. Van White, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. So what this is about, I'll do a summary. It's amendments to delete a table called 8-1 that address permanent sign for all land uses. And that'll be replaced with two separate tables. The one table is to address permanent signage for residences only, and the second table is to address permanent signage for non-residential uses. And these proposed amendments are intended to present the sign provisions more clearly. The amendments do not change specific sign standards or requirements. So I know if anyone has any questions on that or doesn't understand it, and I know we have talked about signs. This is for April 30th. We'll put it on hold a little bit for solar, just to make it more clear, I believe, so that Ann can answer questions when people come there for signs regarding it's residential or commercial, so it's clear. So I'll open it up to the public. If the board doesn't have any, you guys don't have any questions or anything?
Not this time.
All right. So, I mean, I kind of summarized it, and I think we're up to the part of the public comments. If anyone has any. Signs. All right. I do not hear any calls of public comments on this. I got applicant final comments. I think that's a no-brainer. I should put that there. Do you guys want to move to approve this? Did I hear any motions to approve this?
Can I just make a comment?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, just as I see this thing, it's not changing any of the specifics, any of the requirements on it. It's clarifying it for enforcement purposes, and I think it was a good idea to do that. It was a little muddy on it, but other than that, if I know our consultant is okay with the amendments.
Yes.
And as long as you are, and with that, I won't have any problem at all with this.
All right, so to put it in the record, I'll ask, do I hear a motion to approve the sign ordinance from April 30th? That was the, from Landplan. So that would be what I will send to the county and stuff like that.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
To approve it, to send it to the county.
Yes,
I'll second it.
Move it on to the county.
So Ford first, Matt seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, so we move over to the county, and then it'll be sent to the board for their review.
Goes to the county and then the board?
Yeah, like I'll send it, the county will send their review to the township board to either accept, amend, or deny, whatever they want to do. Okay. With that, it's 7:09, and we will close the public hearing for the sign ordinance. And I guess we will set up for starting back up our regular meeting for tonight at 7:10 p.m. All right, so we did our public hearing. See, it's just over. Okay, unfinished business, we just talked about the signs, Article 8, got that sign draft from Landplan, and I will be sending it out to the county, so we can check that off. Master plan review status, I did get, and you guys should have it in your packet that I made for you, Mark's comments on this. I already know that the public is gonna want it, so here is a copy for you. You can make copies. He just basically took all of our brainstorming efforts and put them into this. So you can read it, and I'm planning on having him come to our October meeting to go over this with us and figure out the next steps. It's called Public has asked about review and all that stuff. what we did is, it was just a brainstorm, it was all of us, we took it home, we reviewed it, we put our thoughts there, now we're sending them to Mark, now he's gonna come and talk to us about it. Nothing has been redlined, nothing has been changed, but this was just the first step in the process. And we can talk about the input part in the surveys. I had reached out to him in an email about that and like what we could do, and I'm hoping when he comes in October, he can help us address some of that.
Okay, so you do plan to have,
I'm not gonna promise that we're having a survey or we're doing anything like that, but we are gonna have Mark here and he's gonna talk to us, and then as a group, we can decide what will work or can't work or could be improved upon for next time. I mean, we have to go, you can read what he wrote, you know, what it said, and then I'm hoping at the October meeting, we'll, as a group, decide with his advisement what should be changed, not changed, and how to move forward with that, or incorporating a survey and how long that would take and what one to implement or do. And just keep in mind too, like, I don't have a per se problem. I mean, it might just be simple Survey Monkey, I don't know. And I don't know if I would do that, or if the Township Board would do something and someone else compiles that data. We've never done it that way, and I'm not saying we can't. Maybe it's something we plan for better in the next 5 years. I mean, just try to keep in mind, we are a small township with very limited resources. We don't have full-time people. But people are always welcome to send emails. I mean, if you read something in there and you're like, I don't like this section and I want to, you know, we're gonna have a public hearing on it too.
okay,
You know, so it's not like
I know this
we're
is
not
not-
shoving it by.
I know this is not give and take,
Yeah,
however,
that's okay, there's only 4 of you
the
here.
last public hearing I attended,
Yeah,
it was hearing, you guys took in a lot of information, no conversation, and then vote. So it wasn't like anything changed from the hearing. It was, the hearing was for us to tell you what we thought, and then you were like, well, okay, good. And then went ahead and voted, so.
you can send me emails ahead of time. You know, you can, like if you're reading it and you're like, hey, this is totally off base, you can send me an email.
Okay, but it just struck me that it says everywhere, the master plan should have been prepared with extensive public engagement. And so far, there's been.
And how we work that in, I'm gonna ask Mark when he comes in
Okay.
October.
Okay,
I mean, maybe we don't have it approved, I mean, we're not gonna get this done by December, I'm not even gonna just
No, because it has
promise
to
that
go to
we
the
would.
neighboring communities
Yeah,
too.
this was just the
And
first
the
step
county.
okay,
for us to like brainstorm as a group, like what could be approved. And trust me, we kept in mind everything that has been thrown at us the last 3 years.
okay,
And you'll see that in some of the comments.
okay.
And, well, that's all I have to say on that. Anyone else got anything to say about that? I don't.
So that document you said is Mark's
That's from Mark,
comments?
that was,
Okay.
that, so you guys can, I figured people would want it, so I made an extra copy, and you can take it and make copies or whatever.
Pass it around.
Um, That's just saying what we as a group, some of it has our personal, you know, just what we said, like our name by it, but I think it kind of, when I was looking through it towards the end of it, we were like, oh yeah, we all agree with that, so it'll just say the board. But it doesn't mean that and Mark put that in there, none of us are for or against anything in there. We're just a group of people, think of it brainstorming, you know, when you have the big easel and everyone throws ideas out there, that's what this was. And to pull out stuff that, you know, there's obviously census data and stuff like that that needs to be updated. Okay, that's, you guys are quiet.
What's going on?
But yeah, I will reach out to Mark and make, you know, I did, I said I would like to have him at our October meeting. So with that said, I would hope too that there's more people here for that. Okay. That's the master plan review. I guess we can move on unless anybody else has anything you want to say. Okay, you guys just got this information. The next question was from the public, and I think that has to do with this, is this what you're referring to as the spot zoning?
Yep.
If I could
Go ahead, Ann, I
intervene.
was just gonna reach out to.
So, I totally get where you're saying with spot zoning. This property has been a problem since 1997 when the township was sued. And it's currently in an M1 zoning that's not even existent in our zoning ordinance anymore. In order to get the court judgment vacated, the township would probably entertain possibly doing a conditional rezoning, just because that way we get more control. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. We would love to see that barn go back to AR,
Right.
to be honest with you.
What is M1?
M1 is industrial.
Okay.
There used to be a stamping plant in that building.
Okay.
Originally, it was an onion barn. So it's a predicament where the courts have already set precedents. Why anybody really wants to use that for commercial industrial purposes when there's no freeway, no railroad tracks, it's beyond me. The current owner of the building has disappeared. I'm not even sure what his intentions are right now. So it could be up for sale again for all I know. I haven't looked on the MLS.
Can I find that judgment online somewhere?
I can send you a copy
That'd
of
be
it.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the whole point of considering the conditional rezoning is because if they just come in and request, say C1 or I1, which is our commercial or industrial zoning, that means anything in this book goes. And that's scary in a residential neighborhood,
Mhm,
obviously.
Absolutely.
So that is the reason why we would push for conditional rezoning, just because we'd have more control and making any uses. The gentleman who owns it now is suggesting warehousing. He sells automotive parts online only. If we do it as a special land use, again, we have more control of what goes on in that building and to protect the residences. Is it the perfect plan? I honestly don't know.
So it was spot zoned to begin with?
By the courts, yes. Yep, Bob Damon, who owned the property originally, sued the township back in 1997 and
Okay.
got the M1 zoning, which was in our zoning ordinance at the time.
Okay.
But that's from our 1991 zoning ordinance, which obviously is like 3 ordinances ago now.
Okay.
So, like I said, the current owner isn't doing anything with the building right now. I drive by it regularly just to
Okay.
make sure, just because we've had so much problems with the illegal pot and everything in there. And I'm not seeing any activity over there right now.
So if we do a conditional rezoning, is that not still spot zoning that leaves us open for future litigation?
I can get the better verbiage from John Harris, our attorney, but to be honest with you, it was my understanding that conditional rezoning is not considered spot zoning, but I will get that verbiage,
Okay. I
because
just,
I know I'm not
you know,
explaining
you
it
want to solve the old
100%.
problem, but if you create a new
Exactly,
problem,
we don't want to create
did
a
you
new
fix
problem,
it?
I totally am in agreement with that, so.
And that wasn't a problem that this board ever created, so that's very clear.
So, yeah, no, we're proceeding with caution, and I've had Mark talk about it, I've had John talk about it, and I'm just kind of waiting for this new owner to figure out what he's doing.
Okay,
So-
and even if it's warehousing, they still have to have stuff brought in and stuff shipped out, so there's still gonna be traffic.
Right, so I've already got the Burma semis honking their horns right now because they're doing harvest, so I get it, trust me, I get it.
Okay. I just wanna make sure that we're not causing a problem to fix a problem.
I totally agree, and it'll be my effort that that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Ian,
Yeah,
do we have an application in yet?
No.
For that? So
nope,
this is just talk.
yes,
Until that thing gets turned in, we have nothing to really talk about.
not really, no.
Okay. So we should-
That's
Not
what we
unless-
tried to say about solar, but that wasn't happening.
Right, not unless we want to try and be proactive and add the category in as a special land use. That way it's there, but we are in the infant stages of that as well.
Yeah, because we don't really know what to work with. We have to have an
Right.
application before we have no next step and what we do. I know no one here is excited about spot zoning. I mean,
Right.
There's some court involvement, there's some things we don't know
Right.
about yet because we haven't had this whole case on our desk yet in front of us. It just appears every once in a while on our agenda. We don't have anything on it yet, so it's really not an issue. To me, I think it's just a lot of talk right now. You might know more, Ann, you might know it's more serious about it.
You know, he was on the ball talking to me this
It's
spring, and then he's kind of disappeared, so.
Yeah. It's gonna sit there.
That building just haunts the township, I'm not gonna lie.
It is a bad building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there for a long time. I worked in that when I was a kid.
Did you really? When it was the Onion Barn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
you
like Bob
knew
back
Bob.
then.
Oh, yeah. He was an interesting soul. Yeah.
So do you want me to leave this on the agenda, or just kind of put it on the back burner?
I would put it on the back burner right now till I have better information.
Okay. Any other discussion on that? We can be a little informal, you guys all good with all that? Okay. All right. Then we'll move on to new business, which we have none. Our next meeting is October 14th, future meetings, and I'm going to have Mark from Landplan here to go over our master review or brainstorm. All right, so then the next item is our Township Board Report, Matt.
At the August meeting, Attorney Harris and Homier were present, and we went into a closed session meeting after discussion. The public hearing, a member from the public requested a public hearing with the trigger ordinance and the DTE zoning request. That will be held on September 30th at 7 p.m. There was some confusion. It was scheduled for September 18th, but Homier was not able to be available. So I think at least a notification's been sent out to the person regarding that requested the public hearing. And then there's been some discussions with the homeowner about access to an 8-inch well to fill fire trucks in the township.
Yeah, I remember.
There's more of that details that come in the future. And then the Township Board Report, I gave an update on the Munsell Rd bridge. In case anyone didn't hear, it was scheduled for this year, but they are putting it off until 26. There was a different bridge in Cohocton Township that came up that had limited access to where if they couldn't get over the bridge, coming in from the other way was low railroad tracks. So that limited emergency vehicles, fire trucks from being able to service any houses. So that was kind of put on the front burner. Munsell Rd will take place in 26. Everything goes smoothly, 4 to 6 months, the bridge will be complete. And that's all I got.
I have a question.
I might know it.
How's come the board went into a closed session?
Why?
Yeah, I mean, how transparent is that? You know,
Well,
everybody's been talking for the last 3 years about transparency.
I don't think that the biggest reasoning from my understanding was so we weren't talking in discussion in front of DTE's lawyers. So it was behind closed doors without DTE's lawyers or representations being present with our lawyers. Was one of the main reasons. You know, there could be some other smaller reasons, but that I can't answer to.
Can you answer why people are upset about the trigger ordinance? I mean, I get the other stuff, but I don't know.
I don't,
The trigger ordinance just like
I can't speak
keeps
for,
us,
right, I can't speak, whether that was.
nobody gets to come to us.
Maybe it was an innocent mistake with wrapping it up, I don't know,
Okay.
I'm not gonna speak for the person that wanted the public hearing, I don't know exactly what their intentions were as far as, you know.
So did they miss the other public hearings or what?
No, as far as I know, I don't think they did.
They're just dragging it on?
We're just following their request, and it's legally, I mean, it's legally written there that they can request if it's an interested party, so they fall underneath, I guess, that category, so they can request it.
Interesting.
All right, so that's September 30th then,
September 30th, 7 p.m.
here.
Yep.
All right, anything else?
Nope.
And zoning report?
I have issued 35 permits for the year, which has put us up 1 from 2024. 6 of those are new dwellings, in addition 13 waivers. We had ZBA, I'm messed up because we were off last month. We did have ZBA on August 20th, it was approved. It was for an accessory structure in a front yard. And that's all I have right now.
Okay. Is everybody good? Thank you. Okay, so second call to the public. You have 10 minutes, I'm kidding, 3 minutes.
Oh, well.
Nothing? No? Okay, well, we're gonna close that second call to the public. PC members, do you have any comments?
I do not.
Okay.
We covered it.
All right.
We're back.
No, we got shorter. Adjournment is, what time is it? 7:26. But I don't know if we had a public hearing in that amount of time either.
4 minutes, 3 minutes?
Yeah. All right, thank you everyone for coming.